Portugal are a better team with Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench.
I felt at that particular time we're a better team with him on the bench.
Euro 2024, a star-filled Portugal squad walks into a quarter-final against France. 90 minutes? Nothing. Extra time? Nothing. It comes down to penalties and Portugal lose the shootout 5-3.
France are into the semi-finals of Euro 2024. Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo are out.
No goals from open play, no trophy. Just a golden generation walking off the pitch with their heads down again. The whole country asked what went wrong. One man didn't have to ask, he already knew, and he hasn't stopped talking about it since. José Mourinho has been circling this Portugal team like someone who can see the ending before the rest of us. After their latest stumble, he said the quiet part out loud. Take Cristiano Ronaldo out of the picture and Portugal look like any run-of-the-mill team. People keep asking us not to call him up. Well, he didn't play today and you saw the result. No threat, no fear from the opposition. Here's the strange part. That sounds like a defense of Ronaldo. Listen again, and it sounds like a warning about him. Which one was it? Hold that thought, because the answer is the whole story.
Everybody says, and I say the same, he's not 25 anymore, he's 35. Okay.
Let's rewind and walk the road that got Portugal here. After the Euro 2024 heartbreak, Portugal moved into World Cup qualifying. In November 2025, Ronaldo picked up a red card in Dublin and Portugal lost 2-0 to Ireland.
This victory with a clean sheet against Portugal. The group started with Adamidas rescuing a point against Hungary.
He sat out the next match. Without him, Portugal went and won 9-1 against Armenia. Joao Neves scored a hat-trick. Bruno Fernandes scored a hat-trick. The team looked free, fast, fearless. Then came March 2026. The World Cup is months away. Portugal travels to the reopened Estadio Azteca to face co-hosts Mexico, and Ronaldo stays home with a hamstring injury. Portugal dominates, around 2/3 of the ball. 10 shots, only 2 on target. Gonzalo Ramos rattles the post, and the match ends 0-0. And there is a cruel irony in the setting. That same Azteca pitch will host the World Cup's opening match this summer, and Portugal could not break it down. So here is the contradiction Mourinho keeps pointing at. Portugal plays well without Ronaldo. Against weaker sides, they bury chances, like the 9 they put past Armenia. But against a real defense like Mexico, the goals dry up. Nobody forces the moment when the game tightens. And the only finisher they trust is already 41.
It's clear that he's very nice to have still scoring goals in the Saudi Pro League, of course. They will use him. He won't start all the games, I don't think. And this team is no longer Cristiano Ronaldo's team. It's probably Bruno Fernandes' team.
Look at Ronaldo's World Cup record, and the story isn't the goals, it's the role. In 2006, he was a 21-year-old starter driving Portugal to the semi-finals. By 2022, he was 37, and for the first time since 2008, he didn't start a match at a major tournament. Portugal benched their own captain in the round of 16, then reached the quarterfinals with him coming off the bench. His only goal in Qatar was a penalty. The explosive runs come less often. The press that once made him a weapon now costs the team a man. He drops deeper, the tempo slows to his pace, and the transitions that used to fly now stall. The body is honest and the whole side has to bend its shape to carry him. And then there's the stat nobody in Portugal wants printed on a screen. In 5 World Cups, Cristiano Ronaldo has never scored in a knockout match. Not one. Every single World Cup goal he owns came in the group stage. The biggest player of his generation, on the biggest stage, has gone quiet at the exact moment the tournament gets real. And yet here is the other half of him. Ronaldo has scored more international goals than any man in football history. If he is picked this summer, it will be his 6th World Cup, a milestone no footballer has ever reached. That is the pull. That is why Portugal keeps saying yes. Mourinho framed the trade-off perfectly. When Ronaldo is on the pitch, the opposition think twice. Without him, they don't think at all. That's the paradox in one line. Ronaldo is the fear factor and the handbrake at the same time. He buys you respect from defenders and he costs you speed. You don't get one without the other. Now look at what they're wasting. Portugal might have the best midfield on the planet. Vitinha and João Neves just won back-to-back Champions League titles with PSG, the strongest club side in Europe. 2 seasons, 2 finals, 2 trophies, and they are the heartbeat of that team. The first of those finals was a 5-0 demolition of Inter, the heaviest win a Champions League final has ever seen. This is the level they bring to Portugal. Now put them next to Bruno Fernandes, who has been in the form of his life, and you have a midfield that controls games before they even kick off. We have seen this movie before. Spain won the 2010 World Cup built on a Barcelona spine. Players who knew each other's movement in their sleep. Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets, all from the same Barcelona side, were that team's beating heart. Same nation, same club, same chemistry carried onto the international stage. Portugal now carry a PSG spine into 2026. Vitinha sets the tempo and covers every blade of grass. Neves wins everything on the floor and recovers the ball before danger even forms. Bruno supplies the creativity and the final pass. On paper, it is frightening. So why isn't this a machine? Why did all that control end 0-0 in Mexico? Here's the whole. Portugal don't have an out-and-out striker. They have a world-class midfield feeding nobody. The one natural number 9 is Gonzalo Ramos, and even he isn't a guarantee. At PSG, he started fewer than 10 league games this season, buried behind Europe's deepest attack with a modest goal return. A useful squad striker, not a guaranteed starter for a team chasing a World Cup. When Portugal needed a killer in the box against Mexico, Ramos found the post, and the chance was gone. That's the whole tragedy in one image. The best passers in the world, threading balls into a penalty area with no one waiting to punish the defence. Supply without a finish. And that, more than anything, is why Portugal keep reaching back for a 41-year-old. Don't mistake any of this for a weak team. This is one of the deepest squads heading to the World Cup. A solid, experienced defence. A midfield trio that runs the show. Wingers and fullbacks who can deliver all day, from Pedro Neto to Francisco Conceição, to the overlapping runs of Nuno Mendes down the left. Getting the ball into the box will never be the problem for this side. Roberto Martinez has been handed almost everything a coach could dream of. Almost. Because the one thing missing is the one thing that wins World Cups. A finisher. And that brings us right back to Mourinho's warning, which was never really an insult, it was a question. With a group this strong, the pressure on Martinez is brutal and simple. A team this good is supposed to go deep, maybe all the way, and anything short will look like waste. So, the dilemma lands in your lap. Do you start a 41-year-old in every match, accept the slower tempo, and take the fear he still buys you at the front? Or do you build around the engine, trust the midfield to create, and gamble that anyone learns to finish before it is too late? Do you build a nation's last great shot around one man, or around the 11? That was the warning. Not that Ronaldo is finished, not that Portugal are ordinary. It was sharper than both. The best midfield on earth, no one to finish, and a 41-year-old papering over the gap. A team good enough to win it all, built in a way that could quietly stop them. Mourinho saw the crack first. The question is whether Martinez fixes it in time. So what would you do? Ronaldo every minute or hand the team to the future? Tell me in the comments. Because Portugal has to answer this question very soon, and the clock is already running.